I guess another way of looking at it too could be that the whole purpose wasn't for you to arrive at some sort of destination either. If the journey itself was actually, I guess that is a cliche in itself, in enjoying everything, and the whole trip was the purpose. It was all the purpose. It's who you met,
Mm.
what you ate, what you saw, what you learned. It's
Good.
just all of the above. It was
Yeah.
everything that happened along the way. That was the purpose of it all. And the bottom line was just start walking and trust that you're okay tomorrow.
Yes. Now, when you would talk about this, the journey and destination and all that, it's always a funny conversation because it is very cliche, and obviously there's some truth in it.
Yeah.
But in the book, I'm talking about walking in the sense of where did walking start, and walking is human. If we can't walk, I mean, I think that the most profound start in our life is when we start walking, because I think it's a biological thing that if we see a baby walk, we know that it will eventually be able to survive, right? Because usually back in the day, we walked to hunt, to gather, to survive, and that was how we survived. And I think that's why everybody's so excited when a baby can walk, because it's biologically driven, that we know that means that there is potential for survival here,
Right. That's funny. I never thought of it like that. But
yeah. But in terms of the journey and destination part, I have a question in the book, which is, what is the value of a journey that doesn't end? Because so many people talk about, well, the journey is the destination, but if the journey never ends, I mean, if a bus ride never ends, if a train journey through Europe never ends, and you are in a train for 30 years, I mean, I think most people would call that a nightmare. So I think it's important to realize that, yes, we definitely need to enjoy the journey and be present and become as much as we can along the way. But there is a significant satisfaction in when things end too. It's very important that things end. Not necessarily if we love somebody, we don't want that to end. We don't want our parents or our friends or our relationship, we don't want that to end if we love those people, But it's also a reality of life. And I think a long walk is a beautiful metaphor to teach you that. And to skip a little bit to the end here, when you finish in Santiago, some people, they continue toward the coast. You finish in what is called Finisterre, in a little town fishing village called Finisterre. It means, like in old Latin, it's Finistade, it means the end of earth. And when you walk into town, it's a common fishing village in Spain. And if you continue through the village and out to the lighthouse, which is 2.5 kilometers further out, there's a lighthouse, there's a 0.0 kilometer marker, meaning that's the end. I mean, you cannot walk any further than that. And when you have walked for weeks and months and you arrive out there, you realize, you get this very interesting sort of experience that this is actually the end now. It's finished. I can't walk any further. And then you walk back to town. And in my estimation and my experience, you bring back what you learned back into town and to the life that you're then continuing on after that. Right. And I think that's part of what we learn or should learn on a long journey, is that things end and it's good. We learn something, a pilgrimage of weeks and months. It's not real life. It's a metaphor for life. And we can bring a lot with us on our real journey in life. And I think that's why we walk.